It works. I like it.
I like you.
I love you.
I like you too.
Thank you.
You taste like a busy day.
You taste like
Your teeth are pretty.
Triscuit.
Triscuit?
Triscuit, yeah.
Triscuit? What the fuck is that?
Isn't that how you pronounce it? Triscuit?
Triscuit?
Is it Triscuit?
Triscuit.
But it has a U in it.
Okay.
So shouldn't
Enough
it be
has a GH and so does delight, but they don't sound anything the same. There are no rules in the English language, Daniel.
We're late on this one. We went to go see Secret Life of Pets, finally. And it was awesome and adorable and everything I could have ever wanted, honestly.
Much more than I thought I wanted.
This might be the highest energy film I've seen all year. Like, this movie really rivals Hardcore Henry.
Really?
As far as, like, speed and energy, because, I mean, this movie never stops. Like, even when, there's a scene in the movie where they go to a party, and you think, it's set up as we need to find this guy to get information, but all in the background is this cat, like, getting stuck in shit, falling inside of punch bowls, like, just crashing through shit. Like, this movie never stops with the comedy, and as a result, it makes for a movie that, while the story is extraordinarily simple, and so are the characters, I was never bothered by, you know, any development issues, because that wasn't this kind of movie.
You reminded me of what I was laughing so hard at that I started crying. And I was the only one laughing whenever, I think it's the first time they go to the room with all of the animals throwing some sort of party, and the primped up, very sophisticated looking poodle switches it to like heavy metal music.
It was like, hardcore punk, and he's sitting there just going like...
This really groomed poodle. Leonard,
yes. Because of course his name is Leonard. Before we go any further, you know what it is time for. You want to do the point fingers with me? Spoiler alert!
Oh, okay.
We got spoilers in this one. We're going to talk the shit about this. And if you want our spoiler-free section of the review and scores out of 6, please click on the time code on Brittany's nose, and you'll be able to find all that. The main dog that we follow is Max/Woody, who is played by Louis C.K., who's living a comfortable life in New York City with his owner, Katie/Andy. He's Katie's only pet.
The original
Yeah,
dog.
He's the OG. Kind of like how Woody was Andy's OG. And they live in a world that whenever the humans disappear, all the pets start having their own societies and conversations and friendships.
Secret life.
Just like the toys do in Toy Story. They have like their own meetings and stuff. But then Max's perfect existence gets threatened by the introduction of a newer, more brash, slightly arrogant outsider, aka Buzz. But in this case, it's Duke, who's the giant brown dog played by Eric Stonestreet. And then they obviously don't get along because it's the old clashing with the new. Just like Woody clashing with Buzz.
Yeah, I don't remember them not getting along. It's been like 10 years since I've
Really?
seen those movies.
How do you not remember Toy Story?
I remember the third one because it ripped my heart out of my chest, but the first two...
The first two are amazing.
I don't really think I cared for them as a kid. Tarzan.
They end up kind of getting into a fight, one thing leads to another, and it turns out Duke and Max are stranded out in New York City, alone, cold, and far away from fucking home.
With animal control chasing them.
First off, this Duke character, he's barnyard.
Shut up.
Duke is, no. Duke is barnyard.
I completely see it, and ever since he said so, I couldn't unsee it. Every time I saw Duke, it's just like a face swap went on in front of me without any phone or anything.
It's incredible. The way they animate this big, brown, fluffy dog. Like, think about it.
The side by side.
No, we should. Think about it. The shaggy hair, like, you could see the mustache kind of
eyebrows.
The scruffed eyebrows. There's a moment where Duke's just sitting there like, and it looks exact, like I've seen that look on Barnyard before. Like, Duke snores like a madman. There have been nights at WinStar whenever Barnyard and I had to were forced to kind of like sleep side by side, and he snores, he steals the blanket, and he doesn't shut up.
Aww.
It is the exact same thing. A lot of people are pointing out that like the story isn't great and the characters aren't great, but I mean, that's not that kind of movie.
Yeah.
It's like a mix of there's a little bit of Looney Tunes in there, but like
Yeah.
there's Looney Tunes, there's Tom and Jerry, like a lot of the Chuck Jones stuff. If you're an animal lover, if you're a pet owner, you'll find something to like in this.
It's relatable in that sense. Like with the Chloe, that was the cat's name, right?
Yeah.
Sage does the thing all the time. Sage is my cat. She'll bite my hand and then just kind of like start purring all of a sudden and then start licking my hand. And Chloe does that in the end, and I'm just like, ah, that's my cat.
It's incredible how detailed everything is in here.
Yeah, they really captured specific animal personalities.
This captures so much of what Illumination does well, which is the details, the background, and just the energy. Like, their movies have always had that sort of like quick, fast pace. And this is kind of the story that really helps pull it all together.
This is definitely a movie that I would never get tired of seeing.
The adorable evil bunny that everybody's like, what the hell is Kevin Hart doing in this movie? This is my favorite role of his. That's the thing.
Really?
I've never liked Kevin Hart in movies. I'm a massive fan of his stand-up. Like, I think the man is a genius. He's fucking hysterical. But in movies, I always found him either annoying, or when he's recently tried to play the straight guy in something like The Wedding Ringer. I've seen bits and pieces of Central Intelligence that looks better. Again, that's something I haven't caught yet. Sorry. But whenever I've seen him be the straight man, he was always kind of just meh to me. This was one time when I thought Kevin Hart got lost in this character. And it's surprising because it's like, you never lose sight in your head that it's Kevin Hart. Like, there's a scene where he's giving his evil background. He's the leader of the Flushed Pets. This, like...
Okay, this entire time I thought they were saying fleshed, and I was like, what the hell?
No, Flushed Pets.
That
like,
makes so
they've
much
been
more sense.
tossed.
Now I feel like an idiot.
They literally live in the sewers. Some of them have quite literally been
How
flushed
did I
away.
not put that together?
And they're like this revolutionary gang that has been abused by their owner.
They even have a gang sign. Did you see the lizard throw it up?
Wait, they have a gang sign? What? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't know this.
Wait, is it like...
It's like an F and a P with a... The lizard did it whenever they first introduced themselves to Max and Duke when they're in the animal control truck. There's Snowball introducing himself, and then the pig and the iguana, and yeah, that's it in the back.
So
the iguana throws up a gang sign.
What? That's so cute. There's this scene whenever Kevin Hart is explaining that he was originally a magician's rabbit, but then magic kind of went out of style, and so the magician abandoned him. You never really distance yourself from Kevin Hart. This isn't like a Daniel Day-Lewis performance or anything where, you know, you would never imagine that's him. But somehow he just got lost in this character. He's so funny.
A little crazy, too.
Well, I mean, he literally gets excited at the idea that Max and Duke may have killed their owners by using a blender. This movie's really dark. Like, if at the worst times this movie gets really dark, there's one pig there named Tattoo.
Oh my God.
And the reason his name is Tattoo is because he used to live at a tattoo parlor where all the artists would practice on him.
Until they ran out of room.
And he is covered. And I just sat there like, what the fuck?
He even has a few piercings. He's got his septum pierced.
It's so horrifying. I love this part whenever they, there's a scene where Duke and Tattoo and the lizard get captured by animal control. And so Kevin Hart, Snowball, and Max, I love the fact that the scene starts with them already hijacked the bus. Like, it's up to your imagination to figure out how the fuck they managed to hijack a bus. But if you've seen the movie before this, you'll totally buy it. And they're just driving on the road. I swear to God, people are dead. Like,
some
Snowball,
of those cars they hit,
they're crushed. Like, those people are fucking dead. This is a universe where Snowball the Rabbit has killed people.
That's another thing about this movie. Is nobody questioning why there are hundreds of animals on the Brooklyn Bridge?
Well, I'm gonna just accept the fact
dead?
that everyone's dead.
In the car crash?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to imagine that everybody here is fucking dead. Avoid Ice Age at all costs.
Oh my God, please.
Just go watch this, man. If you haven't seen Angry Birds movie, watch that too, because the Angry Birds is a little bit more pop culture-y than this. And I like this a lot better than I liked Angry Birds, and I fucking enjoyed the hell out of Angry Birds. Angry Birds is a lot of fun.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun just because it's built off of a character that is me.
Really?
Just a sarcastic asshole. I mean, the same way Duke is Barnyard, Red is me. I don't think this is as good as Zootopia, but Zootopia was one of those movies that just hit on all cylinders, like comedy, animation, characters, and the message.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna say, you said Zootopia
the story and the message really kind of pulled it over the top. This is just a really fun,
that's the
compact
best way to describe
cartoon. This is one of those movies where I was watching it and I was hearing kids talk in the back, and I didn't mind.
Right? I felt the same thing. Some kid kicked my seat, and I was like,
you kind of accept it in this kind of movie.
Normally I'd be like, excuse me.
Normally you'd sit there like threatening to just like beat this kid against the wall, but no, not today.
Or like steal his popcorn or something.
You'd threaten to fucking drop 3 tons of bricks on his goddamn head.
And suddenly they'll catch on fire.
There's this great part. Max and Duke first show up at the Flush Pets lair, pretending that they're not pets, so they can, you know, have the revolutionary pets break them out. The revolutionary animals break them out and take them to their secret underbelly in the sewer system. And they're about to get initiated into the gang, and the way you do this apparently is you get this gigantic, like, urban legend size fucking viper.
Do vipers even get that big? That's like anaconda big.
No, that's actually a great adult joke. That's referencing that urban legend like in the 80s where it seemed like there was an anaconda living in the New York sewers. Yeah, that's a legitimate thing. And it works just like as a kid thing, because it's like, oh my god, it's the giant fucking snake. But as an adult joke, that was extraordinary. And so the way they get initiated in this gang is you have to have the viper stab you in the hand, or in the ass.
In the ass.
In the ass with its fang. And
Max is this big. The viper's tooth is like this big.
Yeah, it's basically
almost the same size as Max.
Oh yeah, I know. It puts the basilisk from Chamber of Secrets to shame. They all find out eventually that Max and Duke are lying, and so they're like, oh, you don't deserve to be initiated, get him! And so Duke formulates this great idea to grab the snake by the tail and just like beat the living shit out of every pet in there. And long story short, the viper gets stuck on this sewer pipe trying to eat Max. He pulls off this just ton of bricks that like squishes him, and then all the pets are sitting there like and then he gets up like about to kill Max, and then he finally gets up again, and then this giant just piece of brick just falls on top of his head, lights on fire. And then Snowball's I swear to God, if I ever meet Kevin Hart in real life, I'm going to quote this at him. You squished the sacred viper! How could you? And he's just sitting there crying on this board. He's like, you're in a better place now. You're there with Ricky. And they point over, and this little memorial for this goose with like a mug shot. And then there's this taps like trumpet music playing. And I swear to God, that trumpet makes me laugh every fucking time.
Yeah, that was my favorite scene with Snowball in it.
If you've clicked on the time code, welcome back. We just kind of went through the spoilers and basically went through the entire movie. I'm sweaty. And I'm not just sweaty because it's 100 degrees. I'm sweaty because like this has been so much fun to talk about. Why do you have a jacket on 100-degree weather?
I am perpetually cold.
It's okay.
That's not.
We're as cold as ice. You do that every time.
Why don't I learn? Oh, sorry.
Wow, that hurt.
Sorry.
Why are you hitting my soul, Brittany?
It's okay.
Secret Life of Pets is just a non-stop, energetic Looney Tunes / Tom and Jerry cartoon. And it's done extraordinarily well with a hell of a lot of imagination and a hell of a lot of effort. What do you think?
What if they make a sequel?
To Secret Life of Pets?
Yeah. Oh, that makes me so
I mean,
happy.
I don't really know where you go from here.
Well, they made a Homeward Bound too. They just got lost in a different city. Maybe they can
Oh,
fly in the
God,
plane with the
no.
suitcases in the air again.
I don't know. What would Secret Life of Pets 2 be?
They can get lost in a different city.
Honestly,
But like, not with Duke trying to get rid of Max. There could be like,
let's have...
I don't know, Katie loses them, or they get off the leash,
oh my God,
or-
you know what they could do? They could, like... Katie is a college student, right? In
They
this book.
didn't say anything about her, she just leaves. So that's open to interpretation.
Oh no, it's, well, ish. Because there's a part in the movie where she's wearing a Dartmouth shirt.
Really? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, she goes... Katie is an Ivy Leaguer.
And you know, I was looking at her shirt to see, is she wearing a work uniform? Is she going to work? Is she
No,
wearing...
it's
I couldn't catch what it was.
it's Dartmouth College.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
So, judging by the fact that she lives in New York and probably, like, she might be a college student, maybe an early college grad.
Maybe she's in grad school.
Maybe. So, what could happen is that she goes to, like, maybe she's, like, studying international studies or whatever, and they go to China, and they find out all about the crazy shit that happens to dogs in China, and so it turns into, like...
That is not a kid's movie
Well,
anymore.
no, it turns out, like, into, like, a Prison Break movie. Kind of like Toy Story 3.
That's morbid.
That'd be awesome.
Can we just, like, still do that, but not regarding bad things happening to animals in China?
Well, no, they're rescuing the animals. That's the point. This movie's dark.
That'd have to get really dark before it got good.
Like Babe in the City.
You're fucked up.
I am fucked up, but that's beside the
You're
point.
almost Snowball's level.
Aww. Am I as cute as Snowball?
You're cuter.
I won't say it's something I adore, but it's goddamn close. I'm giving this 5.5. Easy 5.5 out of 6. This is awesome.
I am actually gonna give it a 6.
Oh my god, you broke your 6 cherry!
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
there was no question. The first time I saw it was with one of my friends, and I was just like, I know I'm gonna see this with Daniel. This is something I have to see with Daniel, and I know I'm gonna give it a 6. There was no question about it. And yeah, seeing it the second time confirmed that 6.
HalfKocked verdict of what, 5.75? Yeah, 5.75. This is a fucking awesome movie, and you guys gotta check this out. If you probably have, like, we're a couple weeks late on this, but yeah, if you haven't seen this yet, please do yourself a favor and do so. If you like this video, please click the like button below. If you want to be the first to find out when new content shows up, there's got a subscribe button down there too. We've got Facebook and Twitter pages. We've been blowing up as soon as what's it called? Comic-Con has been putting out so much information about Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman and fucking Justice League, even Kong Skull Island, which looks goddamn cool. We've got all that information constantly updating, so keep an eye out for those. We're going to try to go see Lights Out tomorrow. I honestly don't know about Hillary's America at this point, because schedules might conflict. Other than that, next week we've got Jason Bourne. I know, what's his face and I? Liam and I are supposed to go see a screening of the Jeff Bridges, Chris Pine, Ben Foster movie, Hell or High Water. And that's supposed to be fun. We're seeing that on Wednesday. We might go see... I've already seen this movie at an earliest screening, but we might go see an early screening of Florence Foster Jenkins, the singing comedy with Meryl Streep. And actually at that screening, Simon Helberg from Wallowitz from Big Bang Theory, he's supposed to be there. And, you know, that's a movie I already love to death, so, you know, it's going to be fun to talk about on camera. I think we're also going to try to go see Killing Joke on Monday. We're constantly talking about movies. Feel free to tell us what you thought of Secret Life of Pets. It's been 2 weeks, but fuck it, tell us your opinion. Anyway, thank y'all for watching, and y'all have an extraordinary, wonderful night. Bye.